Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm here today to say hello, and because I've got some exciting news. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing a fur coat and sunglasses inside, it's because I'm feeling sort of fancy, and I am fancy now because I have very fancy and exciting news for you. So, as of last week, I am officially a published author. Woohoo! So, this is my story. The book is called How to Attract Your First Clients as a New Nurse Injector, and the spirit behind the book is all of the different things I've learned by doing research and through my experience, because once upon a time, as you know, I went out on my own and left the busy hustle and bustle of patients in and out and rotating through the larger med spas where there's not a lot of personal touches. You don't know your clients by name, even if you saw them like a while ago because they wanted something else done and I really wanted a different experience for my own clients and for my practice and how I practice. So I decided to go out on my own and start my own business. So this was a big leap. It was a huge chance. And I learned through a lot of trial and error and also a lot of research on the very best ways to attract, not go after and chase, but to attract new clients and be able to attract the sort of clients that can afford these sort of services, because they're not the cheapest. This is high-end cosmetic care, and it's medical cosmetic care. So it isn't, you do want the sort of clientele that are interested in spending the money on these sorts of procedures, but you also want the ones who are going to be loyal, who will appreciate your skill, your expertise, your talent, and your knowledge and abilities, and who will continue to come back to you. So I learned how to attract the right sort of clientele, and I wanted to share that with everybody because it was a lot of work, and every time I researched and looked for a book with information on different ways and different mechanisms in which to try and find these individuals and seek them out and then attract them to me and make them interested in myself as a service provider as opposed to the next person and the next person, and these massive like McDonald's drive-through med spas is what I attribute them to. I realized there was no books, there was no information on this. I couldn't find it anywhere. Everything I found was anatomy and physiology based information on how to be a nurse injector. And I'm already a nurse injector, an advanced nurse injector, and I don't need the anatomy and physiology so much. Of course, I always do need to stay current, but not as much as I needed information on how to deal with the business end of it and how to attract clients and build my business and get a good strong footing and get a regular clientele. So I wrote the book about it. I wrote a book about everything I learned, everything I researched, and all of my experiences. And in here are the 10 best ways to go about doing this. It's called How to Attract Your First Clients as a New Nurse Injector, Business and Life Lessons from an Expert RN Medical Aesthetic Nurse Injector, Deirdre Elizabeth. So this is me, and this is my book. So if any of you are nurse injectors, or if any of you are interested in reading a book that I wrote, please look it up on Amazon. If you type in nurse injector, it comes up. It actually comes up. It's one of the first few things, and I'm so excited to see it because there's no others. There's no information on the business end of it and how to get started, because the challenge is to get started. You can't use your photos that you used when you worked for a med spa. I'm sorry, I have a cat climbing around me here and it's really distracting, but because they're owned by the med spa. And you can't get clients without a portfolio of photographs of clients that you've already done. So you could have done thousands of clients, but you can't show that and demonstrate your work because you don't own any photos. And it's a vicious circle. It's a catch-22. So it's tricky to attract clients. And if you buy this book and it's not crazy expensive, it will serve you for a lifetime of your business, because it will help you forever. Whenever you feel like you need to increase your client base, it'll help you do that. So it'll help you get started, but help you to continuously increase your client base. Also, how to create loyal relationships with your clients and incentives to encourage your clients to continue to come and repeat services with you. And yeah, it's just a great read, and honestly it would be useful for any small business, not just for nurse injectors. It's basically how to attract clients and how to maintain and keep them. One second, he's gonna scratch my spa bed. No, cat. And it's leather, and he loves to do that, so I'm not letting him on there. He's not allowed. They're not even allowed in here. They're taking advantage because I'm filming a video. Anyways, so this would be useful for anybody who's started a small business and is looking to grow their client base. Pick up the book. It'll be helpful. So just look up Nurse Injector on Amazon. It'll come up, and it's also there's also a Kindle version of it as well. It's a little bit cheaper, but not by much. I always like highlighting and making notes about important stuff, especially when it's 10 chapters with 10 topics, specifically with 10 to-dos, like how to, and it's very clear, it's very straightforward, and it's very like point form directed what to do, step-by-step guide how to do this. So pick it up, it'll help you out, and it'll help me out, and I'm super excited to be a published author, because now I'm fancier than I was the week before. See you soon, guys.